That's the whole review, if that's what they want to call it. It's barely 20 words, an afterthought tucked into the corner of a page that's filled with fawning mentions of whoever is popular at the moment. I feel like I've been punched in the stomach, like all the wind has been knocked out of me. I look up at Anne, my wife, who is sitting across the small breakfast table from me. I feel so humiliated and embarrassed. Did this person even read my book? I will search my manuscript for the phrase they used and variants of it. It shows up 3 or 4 times, hardly endlessly. Worse than the factual error. Is that really all they got out of it? Do they even know or care how much this hurts me? I take everything personally. I am so insecure, so afraid the things my father has told me my whole life about myself, that I'm unworthy, I'm a fraud, I'm unlovable, nobody likes me, are all true. I'm so sorry, my wife says. That's not true, and you know it's not true. I'm not sure I do know it's not true, though. Note that now I know it's not true. I'm never talking to Entertainment Weekly again, I swear. 5 or so years later, I will relish telling them to go fuck themselves when they want me to participate in a special Star Trek issue. They will try to blame the entire thing on an intern who isn't there anymore. I tell them maybe that doesn't make things better the way they think it does. I pass. The issue comes out. Fans love it. I'm not in it. I claim the Pyrrhic victory. I save the magazine with my review. I hope that someday I will show them all. Years go by and I don't show anybody anything. But I keep writing and going on auditions that I never book. I begin to accept that maybe I'm not going to be an actor. I begin to accept and admit to myself that it wasn't my dream, as much as it was my mother's dream that she sacrificed my childhood and our relationship to pursue. Then in 2009, Bill Prady calls me and asks me if I'll play a delightfully evil version of myself on his show, The Big Bang Theory. My life changes in an instant. And for the next 10 years, I have a recurring role on the most popular sitcom in America, one of the most popular in the world. And just as important, to me at least, I keep writing. Eventually, I start a blog post that turns into a novella, that turns into a semi-autobiographical novel. When that novel is as close to finished as I'm ever going to get it, I give it to my literary agent who shops it. It is universally rejected. Nobody is even a little bit interested in it. I am devastated. My deepest fears of failure begin to spiral. But one of the editors is a fan of the book I wrote in 2004, Just a Geek, and he has this idea to revisit it and annotate it. We decide that we'll call it Still Just a Geek until we can come up with something good. So, at this point, I am open to suggestions on a title. I have a note here to myself that I should wait for a rim shot or crickets. All right. In 2020, I opened up Just a Geek for the first time in at least 10 years. I was immediately confronted with homophobia and a real gross male gaze. And I was reminded that this voice is mine. It wasn't a pretty realization, seeing this ugly side of me, and that it was ugliness that I put out into the world, as opposed to the darkness that was inside me, which I kept from the world. To say I was horrified and embarrassed would be an understatement. To say I wasn't sure I wanted to interact with this side of past Wil, or really most sides of past Wil, would be a lie. But my editor insisted I needed to show everything and respond to it all. I'm going to have a lot of notes, I warned my editor. Well, that's the idea, he said. So I got to work and it wasn't great.